Scott, can you just take us through that roller coaster of a game and how you think it ended up?
I'll tell you, it was an absolute grind for 9 innings, no question about it. That was a real good team we played. I thought offensively all game long, Ithaca probably as good as anybody we've seen this year in terms of putting balls in place, spoiling pitches with 2 outs, grinding out at bats, things like that. I mean, they battled. And, on this field here, ground balls are going to get through. This is field plays fast, and so it was no question about it. It was nail biting to the end for sure for 9 innings today.
Chris, just can you talk about how you felt today and how big your stuff was for the first 6 innings?
I felt fine. It wasn't like I was feeling great, but my stuff was there. I was able to locate for the most part, but Ithaca did a really good job of spoiling pitches. They fouled out probably more pitches than they hit in fair play, and that drove my pitch count up a little bit. And then, obviously, that 7th inning threw a lot of pitches there too.
Tim, when you first got that first double at the beginning of the game, you were going, showing your muscles, and you were very enthusiastic about scoring. Just put the exclamation point. How does that, with your performance today, how does that work for you?
As a leadoff hitter, I try to, my job, I feel like, is to create momentum for the team, and one of my biggest strengths as a player is just my enthusiasm for the game. So when I got that leadoff double, I knew it was a big hit for us because I knew Corey would at least get me over. And with the middle of our lineup, I knew we were going to score. And especially with Chris pitching, I knew with 1 run, I knew we had a great chance of winning because I knew he was going to go out and throw and shut them out. So that was definitely the biggest part of that hit.
Corey, can you just talk about how important it was to get this first win in the tournament?
Oh, I think it was huge. I mean, it sets us up well in terms of pitching and even having a couple of guys out of the pen and forcing other teams even to use up a lot of their pitching. So I think it's a huge thing. And just in terms of getting momentum and getting used to playing on this level and this stage, I think it's a huge thing for the team as a whole.
Corey, you personally, as well as the rest of your team, had a pretty good day at the plate. What did you and your teammates do well?
I think a lot of guys just hit the ball hard on the ground well. I mean, and obviously the middle of our lineup, like Wiley and Fisher, those guys have been producing all year. I think me personally hitting behind Tim is really easy because a lot of times all I got to do is hit the ball on the ground, and those guys come up behind me and drive Tim in 90% of the time. So I think just staying about hard on the ground and keeping a solid approach, I think, was huge.
Coach, how big was it for you guys to get off to such a quick start like you did today?
Yeah, well, I think, in these tournaments, there's a reason why these teams are here. They're good, and so I think we think in terms of offensively, it's great to capture momentum early in the game, but I think really the key is try to keep it. Once you capture it, try to keep momentum, and you go in with the mentality that there's never enough runs, and it's amazing how a game can turn, it was pretty comfortable there, in the 5th, 6th inning, it looked like it was a pretty comfortable game, and then it can change that quick, and so I think our mentality certainly is to try to score early, but our goal offensively is to try to score every inning. Just try to grind away and try to score a run every inning. And if you get a lead, you try to build the lead. And certainly out here against these teams, you never stop playing.
Can you take me through your thought process when Ithaca started not to come back?
Well, a bunch of words that I can't repeat were going through my head. No, I think honestly, you expect. These guys that's a good team. Everybody here, they're good. They're here because they've been able to battle their way through tough games like that, and you certainly didn't expect that team to go away, And so, but yeah, towards the end, I think you're definitely counting outs, and you're just hoping balls get hit at somebody. They hit some balls well, but they also found some holes with ground balls, and that's kind of how the game is. And so, I think for us, we need to do probably a better job, especially at the end of the game of playing for outs and just making plays, and not giving them, kind of some free outs or giving them more batters than they should have. If you can limit a team to 3 outs in an inning, then I think with our pitching we'll have success. But, we got to throw strike one, and we just got to make the plays defensively.
Coach, you have 4 errors on the day. Talk about how you're going to sort of get your defense righted.
Yeah, I mean, we've been good all year long, and so you look at a game like that and you think it's more just an aberration, that there's some tough plays. I mean, this field is firm, and as the game goes on, it chops up, and so, occasionally a Corey's ball, that's a tough ball in the ninth inning. I mean, that's a ball takes a kind of a funky hop off a spike mark or something, but it's the other plays, some of those, I think we just need to make sure that the routine plays, that we make those plays. That's been the strength of our team all year long is we pitch it well, we throw strikes, they're going to put the ball in play, and so we just need to make the routine plays behind them and then rely, on when our situations come up offensively to put the runs on the board.